Hey guys, this is me, Raymond, with another video, and I'm sorry that I'm late about this Giannis trade news, so we're gonna get into it right now. So the Bucks traded Giannis onto the Kupo and Bobby Portis to the Miami Heat for Tyler Hero, Kello Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Kasparas, Jacko Jonas, and 3 first-round picks, including number 13, 1 pick swap, and 1 second-rounder. That number 13 pick was Nate Ament. I heard he has high upside in the draft that they could possibly build around him for the future. I do think the Heat won this trade. I don't think it's one-sided, obviously, but I do think the Heat won this trade. Giannis Antetokounmpo is a top 5 player in the sport. Putting him with Bam Adebayo, one of the best defenders in the league, who can also space a floor, not as good as we would like a Jokic, like a Embiid, but he can still space a floor decently. They got good defense around him with a good two-way guard, Davion Mitchell, and another good two-way player, Andrew Wiggins. They should sign Norman Powell, who was an all-star this year. He was great for the Heat this year. He's one of their best scorers on the team, and he's just a great player. Giannis, who may not be as good as a defender as he used to be, he's still a great defender. Putting him with Bam Adebayo is going to be great for their defense. They're going to be one of the best front courts in the NBA, and I think their defense is going to be one of the best in the league, especially their interior defense and their perimeter with Davion and Andrew Wiggins. I do think Norman Powell's the worst defender on the team. He's not a good defender, but I do think Giannis and Bam and Davion and Andrew Wiggins kind of mask how bad he is at defense. And with Eric Spoelstra as one of the best coaches in the league, would probably stop teams from hunting Norman Powell constantly, especially if they get to the playoffs, which I assume obviously they're gonna make it. I do think the Heat have some moves to make, especially getting shooters around them, around Giannis, especially off the bench, and getting more depth. They could get a player like Anthony Simons, who's big for my Celtics this year, who's a great scorer off the bench, is a great energy guy. They got Bobby Portis, who was a good player for the Bucks this year, was shooting 40% from 3 this year, which is surprising. And they got Larson, who was he's solid. I mean, I feel like he can defend a little bit. He's solid. And Drew Smith, who barely plays. But yeah, they got to really improve on that depth if they want to do something big, if they want to win the championship. Now we're going to get into the Milwaukee Bucks, who got Tyler Hero, Kello Ware, Jaime Jaquez, Kasparas, Jacko Jonas, and 3 first-round picks, and including number 13, 1 pick swap, and 1 second-rounder. I do like the trade from the Bucks. They're completely rebuilding. They got Kello Ware. That could be a future starting big for them. Jaime Jaquez Jr., a six-man. They could possibly trade Tyler Hero to the Pistons to get more picks or to get more young guys that they can obviously build around, because I feel like Tyler Hero's trade value has been down over the past couple of years because of his injuries, constant injuries. He was very injured this year, and the last time he actually played a good amount of games, was 2025, which was last year, obviously. Well, even before that, he was injured in the playoffs, or more things happened. Going back to the Giannis trade, this is obviously a great trade, and I'm going to include this too. They're one of the most fast-paced teams, even without Giannis. Adding Giannis, him being the best transition player in the league, him being one of the most fastest players in the league when it comes to going downhill, will be fantastic for their offense. Their offense and defense will be one of the best in the league, and if they get better depth, they could really do something big. They could really win a championship. Thank you guys for watching. My next video will be about LaMelo Ball trade to the Minnesota Timberwolves. Peace out.